Fast Friday this afternoon here at Richmond is FX. Welcome you to round number 9 of NASCAR Hub Cup Series competition this year. Talladega, to say the least, was a wreck fest, including probably one of the hottest men in NASCAR right now, Jacob Tube. He's looking to be a strong contender for the championship, but he is one of 33 men that are going to have a shot at the pole on Fast Friday. The weather here, beautiful. Like, you cannot ask for a more picture-perfect day qualifying for tomorrow night's Chevrolet 400. There you see some either cars lined up on pit road. There's about 6 of them lined up at pit exit. There's a couple more that are in the background waiting. And just like that, track is open. Opens up now. Is opened up right now. Three-quarter mile action track here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Peyton Beasley, one of 12 drivers who bring the field out, bring cars out on the racetrack, and there's a lot of people coming out behind them. I think there's a wave of about 10 cars. Being led by the points leader himself. Now there's more people getting ready. So right now, for the quickest of these drivers is currently, of the first handful that are out, looks like the 88 of Apollo Moon. Had a strong car until he got taken out in one of the races. Many rashes of cautions. Total there 16 cars that have taken time. The quickest is Apollo Moon so far. The slowest of the 16 that have taken time. Well, there's going to be 19 because I saw the 18 just took the green flag ring. The 43 and the 2 with him. He is down in 3. These are cars who have not gone just yet. I think they're going to be waiting things out. So far, supposedly, the 22 is still going through inspection as of right now. So is the 3, 21, 10, 17, and 41. So possible inspection issues on these cars. The 41 has made it, is at the end of the line, while the other 4 cars are currently being held up at the moment, as we got several more cars are pulling up onto the racetrack now, being led by the 9. As of right now, the quickest of these 5 cars, of the cars that have taken some form of time on the racetrack, well, about to be 28. So 27, the quickest of these 27 is Apollo Moon, followed by Caleb Hoffman, Hot Wheels 44, Joseph Lombard, surprisingly, Nate Sherman, Joshua Leanbatch, Sports Center Cup Series, Dylan Murway, Jacob Tube, KFC Cup Series, Zach Speed, and second place, WB Network, who got cheated out and probably one of the closest finishes ever at Talladega. So we look on the right side of the screen there. Also, it was announced earlier today that when these drivers go to Boulder Valley next Saturday, it'll be a qualifying race, same-day show. Oh, they moved the start time for that race from noon up to 2 p.m. Eastern, announced earlier this week. And we got a new entry in the top 12. That's Hunter Miller, who just bumped the 78 out from 16th. Update on the inspection situation. The 22 is being told to going back through tech again. The 3 has cleared the path. Now we're down to 4 cars still in the tech inspection line. Now Hunter Rizzoni just laid down a blistering lap, moving himself into 5th. And Jonathan Morrison is currently just took 10th from teammate and Jacob Tube, another legend. Is he 24, making his way back out onto the racetrack early on in this session. Tenth quickest. Last time we were on a short track was Bowman Gray Stadium a couple weeks ago. A couple races ago. Nice little Saturday night brawler. That was definitely an entertaining race for the fans. Hopefully tomorrow night on FX it'll be the same. And Joseph Lombard has dropped to 5th just now. Dylan Murway has taken 4th from the 43. Mike. Okay, I talked to Jacob Tube's crew chief Al Gustin this morning about his plan for tomorrow night is we already gotten 3 wins at this point. We're just on an experiment. We brought the same car from that we won Brighton with in North Carolina. This is actually the same car from North Carolina that we brought right down to the same exact paint scheme. If you remember, he won North Carolina in this very same exact car. And how about Jacob Tube? Up to 3rd with this one. Shuts it off. Going down to 3. Couple more cars. There's one car making it another run. Peyton Beasley. Inspection concerns still continue to mount for the 4 teams in the garage, 22, 21, 17, and 10. And they just told the 10 team moments ago that they go through one more time that do not pass this last run, they will not get a chance to qualify. They will start at the back. Same with the 21, 17. The 22 is just past the lineup, so we are now down to 3 cars that are having inspection troubles. Sports Center Cup Series up. No improvement on his starting spot. Actually, Robert Smith has just laid down the new track record just a few moments ago. All right, nice job. Wow, quickest. Peyton Beasley has just made his way up into the top 12 as well. Zoe Moon made her way out onto the racetrack. We're down to 3 cars that are having inspection issues still. Now remember, the race tomorrow night will be on FX, and next Saturday, when these guys go road racing at the new Boulder Valley Road Course. It's basically a road course with high speeds and almost speedway like characteristics. They're down in Boulder, Colorado. New sports stadium that they put on. Supposedly it's going to be sponsored by a local Toyota dealer for that one. Toyota owners $400K. Going to be same day qualifying and the race. I mean, see how these beasts handle the new road course. There was a test session down there where his footage surfaced when Robert Smith, who laid that blistering lap, had spun in 2. And also, I want to give a huge shout out to the Ford Dylan Murway. He is testing there a couple days ago after Talladega. He was going into turn 7 carrying a lot of speed, plowed it into those tires hard. He did injure his hand and foot. His foot is fine. It's not. He is going to drive this race out, but if on standby, he will have Zachary Lombard in the 4 pit. If the pain becomes to the point where he can't drive. Zoix Moon, P7. Sports Center Cup Series, P8. At the moment, Dylan Rowe is standing down on pit road, getting ready to get strapped in, and he's waiting by with Dick Berger. Dick, I'd say probably one of the toughest guys in the sport, and the toughest guys on eyes right now is Dylan Rowe in the 4. Very tough racer, very determined to get his first win of the year. Dylan, how do you feel this week after your wreck? Honestly, other than my legs just been really sore and stiff. My doctor told me to roll it out as much as possible, and obviously the hand didn't help, but it was just a freak accident. I had the brakes lock up going into turn 1, and I plowed in the tires hard. NASCAR make some pretty safe cars. I hit hard enough. It bent everything, pushed it. The dash got pushed back and jacked up my leg. I did spend a night in a CU hospital after that wreck. I'm currently fine walking around. It was sore for a couple days, and when I got here this morning, it was fine. I did have a relief driver run my car in practices just in case. But I'm ready. I'm gonna tough this out, and because we got to win on the line. We've been consistent, but we're done being consistent. We want to win. That's the determination of a very hungry Dylan Murway, and very adamant and out his goals. And that's what I like about the kid. He's very determined in what he does, even after hard crashes like obviously the one he suffered testing at Boulder Valley, that road course. He's a tough kid. Yeah. Sometimes the sport, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be that easy. As Nate Sherman almost hit a big moment in turn 1 with hit the 7. Yeah, you see right now, obviously we do a lot of daytime stuff here at Richmond, but the race always takes place at night. It always has been for so many years. He had a big moment, almost drilled the 7 car because it looked like he was slowing down after finishing his lap. That's the problem with qualifying these tight short tracks. You're going to have this problem next week. Problem everywhere we go is on these short tracks. It's usually very narrow, and you get a faster guy coming on a slower guy. It really kills a lap. And you saw how high he had to get. He just pulled it straight right. I'm amazed he got out of that. Nate Sherman running a special Lowe's themed paint scheme for tomorrow night's race. Says he's got a very strong car. He was quickest in the practice session earlier today. There's 3 minutes left here in the session. Nate Sherman going for a second run. He was on his first run. He was P3, and I think he's tracking for the pole. Maybe I don't think he's fast enough to be at the 2, but he does have the speed. It seems like. Through 3 and 4. I do believe Mr. Sherman just set a new track record. Nice job, boys. Boys, just go ahead and burn it down here. P1 for that kid. Awesome job, bud. Awesome job. The other 2 cars that ran did get off the racetrack. Derek Lewis made a lap. No improvement for him. WB Network made a lap, gained a couple spots. Now, as we currently look at the top 12, Nate Sherman is the quickest, followed by Robert Smith in second, Apollo Moon in third, Caleb Hoffman in fourth, Jacob Tube in fifth, Hot Wheels 44 in sixth, Dylan Murway in seventh, Zoex Moon eighth, Sports Center Cup Series ninth, and Joseph Lombard 10th. 11th is the Bowman Gray winner, Hunter Rizzoni, and 12th is Joshua Leanbatch. And if you're any of the guys in the top 12 with only a couple minutes left in this situation, do you go and make one last run to get as high as you can? If you're the 11, you might be good, but if you're anywhere by like the 43, the 41, 18, you're probably going to want to make a run. See them on out on pit road now. Get their drivers in their cars. WB Network's joining them as well. He wants to make a good run. Him and Cole Pern adjusted on that 78 machine. And so is the 6 and the 3. They are on pit road as well. Also, there's going to be a unique qualifying format put in place for the next race, as we got a little over a minute left, and off goes the 43. If you're watching later tonight on FX, will be the MyLink 250 from Richmond Raceway tonight. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with the NASCAR on Fox Prairie show. 7:30 p.m. telecast the MyLink 400 from Richmond on FX, and obviously tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, cover the Chevrolet 400 from Richmond. On FX. Time is up. They waited. The 43 moved up to P6. The 41 moved up to P9. And the 11 and the 18 lodges himself in P3. And the 78 just barely misses this next round. Barely misses it. Peyton Beasley will start 15th. Jonathan Morrison lost a lot of time in 4. He will start 19th of the 34. So here are the 12 that will fight for the pole. Most notably, Joseph Lombard. He's been probably the king of consistency all year when it comes to qualifying. He could be a threat for the pole one week. We take care of things for this next race. For this next round, 12 cars, 10 minutes. There will be a similar format applied for the road course races this year, because we got a couple this month. We have the race at Boulder Valley next week, and then we got the race at Brighton at the end of the month. That new road course facility. Going to be a beautiful scene of patriotism, though, at that track when they head there at the end of the month, because it's going to be run on Memorial Day weekend. And obviously, this format will apply for Portland later this year. And there may be a possibility they could apply this for short tracks for the super speedways, Daytona and Talladega, with the exception of the 500. We'll just have to wait and see, but they are looking into a new, different qualifying format for Boulder Valley, possibly group qualifying that isn't knockout based. Anyways, these 12 drivers all lined up for 10 minutes. Nice little fight for the pole. There you see the 12. Fun fact, last week was the first time all year Jacob Tube missed knockout qualifying. And even then, he still was able to get on the pole. And the 10 minutes start right now. Several cars are waiting at the end of pit road. Almost looks like looks like they're waiting diligently for lunch. Obviously, this is being led by Apollo Moon. They do have time. And the first move, Apollo Moon. On the racetrack. Robert Smith, Joshua Leanbach. And then the floodgates have opened for the round of 12. There may be a possibility for rain tomorrow, for a possible rain delay tomorrow, but it'll only be a minor delay. It won't affect the race, or it won't affect any racing. Affect the race in a really big way. It'll just be a delay. Ooh, a little bit of a preview for what we see Saturday night, because the Ford just made a very aggressive pass on two cars. Twelve cars still going at it, which was keep in mind this was about the amount we had last week at Talladega. And as of right now, the quick 12, Jacob Tube is in second currently. Apollo Moon is currently the quickest of the 12. It is followed by Robert Smith, Joseph Lombard, Dylan Murway. Murway, the top 5. Then Nate Sherman, Hot Wheels 44, Sports Center Cup Series, Alex Moon. Hunter Rizzoni and Caleb Hoffman. little halfway through this session here. As we look at our top 12 as of right now. Never mind, Robert Smith just bumped to 24, down to third. So far, only 2 cars are on the racetrack right now. Paul Moon still looks to hold the lead. As we get to 4 minutes left in this session, Jacob Tube and Robert Smith, these two switch spots. Two lost quite a bit of time. And now the track falls quiet. Kind of be interesting to see. Caleb Hoffman is standing on pit road next to Matt Yoakum. And Caleb obviously having a very frustrating time with the Stanley Tools Toyota. How does it feel out there? It just feels feels like I'm driving a boat, first off, Matt. Our Stanley Toyota was okay in practice, but honestly, this we can do a lot better than this, qualify a lot higher. And it's just, we haven't really had much speed in the second of these practice sessions. I know the guys will work. No, Scott, the guys will work on it, but honestly, I'm not too confident about Saturday night's race. Low key, I'm actually kind of nervous. And that's Caleb Hoffman. He's currently P12 on the board. Now let's go to the other end of the spectrum with somebody who's quite excited for this race. The 88 car, Paul Moon. All right, man. He's with Steve. All right. How do you feel? Okay, I'm staying next to Paul Moon here in the 88 Mountain Dew Shine Chevrolet. How do you feel? Oh, we feel great. Our Dew Shine Chevrolet has been fast off the truck ever since we uploaded here. Unloaded this morning. Things been fast all day, all the practice sessions. So yeah, we feel ready for tonight. There you see the track falls quiet. They're getting the Xfinity cars staged for tonight's race here at Richmond. There you see the 7 of Justin Allgaier. He won the pole for this race. So he's going to be bringing field to the green once the Xfinity guys go live later this evening here on FX. By the way, tonight on FX, after the race, you can also catch Deadpool, aired uncut, 30 minutes after the post-race show on FX. We go back to the track. 10 seconds left. Seems like nobody's going to be making any runs. And it's over. Apollo Moon on the pole. Teammate Jacob Tube to his outside. First off, while we're here, I want to give a huge shout out to the 43 of Joseph Lombardi and the 31 of Hot Wheels 44 for really stepping up and qualifying today, because they typically have been running mid-pack pretty much all year, especially with 31. So this is nice to see Richard Childress' car up inside the top 12. First time that's been done all year. So Apollo Moon, first time he'll be on the pole at Richmond. They say he's got a fast car, and he's looked to Dale Jr. a lot for experience, so he has won here a couple times. Jacob Tube has been on the front row for a good majority of the races except for 3. California, qualifying was rained out and it was based by practice speeds. Bowman Gray, he started outside row in fourth for that race, and Talladega, he started 13th and won. He started on the front row to short track. He finished 7th. Last time he started on the front row at night race, he won. These two are going to be fairly strong to beat Saturday night. Anyways, congratulations to the Hendrick drivers. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for the coverage of the Chevrolet 400 from Richmond Raceway. On FX, 7:30 will be the live telecast of the Chevrolet 400 from Richmond Raceway on FX.